Okay, is that statement even possible? Could higher mortgage rates actually save buyers? Could that bring our real estate market into, well, kind of a a more normal level playing field? We're going to go over that, and we're going to go over what to expect, how best to plan through this. Now, we add chapters. I have an awesome team. I can honestly say I have an amazing team, both with the agents and the inside sales, and of course, our staff with marketing and everything else that helps with these videos. It's a big shout out to these guys. And even though we try and keep them relatively simple, try to give you some really quality information so you can make the best business decision when the time is right for you and your family, and it's in real time. And best of all, it's free. There's no strings attached. So make sure you subscribe and share the link. So last week we did a video on say goodbye to the starter home, and move around because some of you got a little upset, and they're like, "Why are you laughing? That's not funny." And of course I'm like, "Well, no, but sorry, I just have a gregarious personality, and I try to lighten it up. I'm kind of like the doctor. You don't want to hear what I have to say, but you have to hear what I have to say." Now, yes, I lost about 25 subscribers because cuckoo, they thought I was wrong. Wait till this week, because I'm actually going to send a little special gift to them, and they'll know when they get it. And hopefully I won't have to be like Mike Tyson in a ring, get the old 1-2, kind of like the mortgage rates are giving us. And anyway, with that, let's talk a little bit about what's going on. So first, let's talk about real estate market. Then we're going to delve into mortgage rates and what that's going to do and what that impact is. Because I go through, what will my title be? I almost called the title of this video, Buyers, the 100K Haircut. and a couple of the team members are like, "No, don't do that. That's bad." And I'm like, "Dude, that's funny." And they're like, "They're not going to find that funny. You thought that was bad last week?" I sit here in a room doing a video. I said, "They can't get me." But they said they could wait out in the parking lot. Okay. Anyway, so let's be serious. So when we talk about some of these numbers, and we talk about 27.3% increase in market as far as available homes that are for sale, all right? The entire Northwest MLS, holy smokes, that is basically more than half of the state of Washington. To give you perspective, okay? We're up 870 homes year over year. Woo! That's nothing. Absolutely nothing, all right? This number right here, running day average, our 7-day running day average, help people, kind of grasp a little bit tighter. So in Pierce, King, and Snohomish County, we had 1,398 homes. Let's call it 1,400 homes. Did you know that on Wednesday, when we were doing our team training, it was Wednesday on our team training, there were 700 homes on average. And on Friday, late Thursday, Friday, that's a huge list day, okay? That doubled. And that is the only reason that you see that. Because if we were at 700 and change, that is basically that number, okay? So one day, which is our list date of the week, running, I'm sure we have some analytical people back there, and I get that. But the key is this big bump. Otherwise, we were level with the playing field all the way up until yesterday. All right, now, when we talk about new on market year over year, we're up 0.7, not even 1%. We're up 0.7. That's 145 homes. That is the entire Northwest MLS, which that's even less dramatic. But notice we follow pretty much hand in hand, even over here, hand in hand, because we're dealing with such small numbers. Holy smokes, we had, I think it was 3,400, is that right? Nope, we're up, 4,031. So it was 3,166 last year. So we're up at 4,000. We have 4,000 homes. Right on. Now, a couple of years ago, like about 3-4 years ago, which is our average, you put a 1 in front of that, we should have 14,000. And we don't. We have 4,000. That is, our inventory is super, 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 super low. And again, most buyers are out there going, really? You think you had to tell me that? I know, right? Because we're all feeling it. But when the 700 homes came on market, 870 homes, additional year over year. We all felt it. And I'll tell you, man, the buyers, we had more appointments scheduled. I mean, it was we get this little bell that dings, when we have a client that says, yes, I want to go take a look at a house. It sounded like a Mike Tyson fight. Ding, 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 ding at the end, right? That would be like me in the ring with Mike Tyson. That's that bell's going off. And, because we had so many homes coming on market, which is awesome, and we thank the sellers for that, but it's not enough. Because when we come down here, our solds are down 7.4%. That's only 1,200 homes. It's actually, and I'm rounding these, okay? That is a super small amount, super small. Because when we look at it month over month, and that's 2021 to 2022, okay? We're only down, for the month of March, we're down 5 homes. If we sell 5 more homes today, we'll be even with the board year over year. But remember, 2021 was crazy market, right? 2020 was considered, oh my gosh, this is insane. How can we continue this? 2021, oh my gosh, it went from insane to insanity. Okay, it got worse. 2022, we're holding pace. But here's the problem. When we're holding pace, we technically have less inventory. We have less inventory, which is insane. But here's a really interesting thing. So millennials, and this is kind of funny because did you know that there are like 41-year-old millennials? Just seems odd because, well, it seems like millennials, should be like super young. But anyway, so millennials, they actually came to the game, a little late, but they came to the game. They made up 43% of the total homes purchased in 2021, according to statistics. That's nationwide, right? Now, that's NAR's numbers, by the way. And they're super smart. Mr. Yoon is, I know him, I've met him. What a smart dude. And I enjoy having, mental conversations with this guy. But anyway, so what's interesting is 81% of the younger millennials, which is the 23 to 31-year-old, made up about 40%, 48% actually, of the homes where, actually that's not right, 81% were made up of the 23 to 31-year-old millennials. 48% of the older millennials, which is the 32 to 41 years old, they made up, again, those are first-time home buyers. So sorry if that was a little confusing. Basically, 43, almost half of the buying population in 2021 were millennials. There you go. I guess that keeps it simple. All right. Now, when we talk about why all of this is now starting to change, it is because of this right here. And I left this one up because what the pen giveth, the pen taketh away. Any of those that serve would know that one. All right. So we are not, at 4.125 for owner occupied. Nope. And we are not 5.125 for non-owner occupied. Nay, nay. We have a treat for you. I'm going to give you, since December, I'm going to give you the 100K haircut. All right. I told you I would say it. Oh, can't do that. Let's get this right. Can't make it look like my nephew's writing. He's probably going, hey. There you go. 4.99. For all those people who thought I was absolutely off my rocker when I said at the end of Q1, by the way, it is March 26th, it's about as close to the end of Q1 as you get. I said, and I even said this back in last year between October and December, that we would hit, based on trends, based on the craziness we were seeing, and the fact that inflation was going cuckoo, that we would hit 4.5, bump up, maybe even 5, but basically hit at least 4.5%. We did. Now, is that funny? Technically not. There's times when you're right when you don't really want to be right, but you're right. And that is the value of this video, because every week we go through this. So there is no surprise to anybody who's been watching my channel, even the 25 people that unsubscribed because of my last video. I didn't think it was that bad, but I guess it was. Anyway, did have to dodge a few comments, but enjoyed the conversation. Keep the comments coming, by the way. Love and enjoy the comments. Let's talk. Let's bring this out. Hey, look, you can put your head in the sand all you want. That is not going to change the outcome. Sorry, all right? But here's the thing. Rates are going to go up. They are going to continue to go up. There's, yes, a lot of volatility in the market. Normally that brings rates down. Yes. But when you balance that against what the inflation pressure in the stock market, even the bonds of treasuries, because a lot of the investors moved into the 10-year treasuries, moved into the bonds, mortgage-backed securities, which are publicly traded. Do not pay attention to the feds when they say, hey, we're going to raise rates, albeit it does sometimes have an inverse effect. You need to watch bonds, 10-year treasuries, and your mortgage-backed securities. If those are doing really well, normally rates come down. But we've been seeing some inverse of that as things kind of keep rolling along. Why? Inflation has a big deal to do with this. So the average 30-year fixed market mortgage rate was 3.11% in December. Was the average, okay? Then as we rolled into the last week-ish, as you saw that I removed, we were about 4.16, 4.25, okay? Now, here's what's really interesting. The upward swing has and will continue upwards, because we just hit above 4.5, 4.99, right in there. And there's a high probability that at the end of Q2, second quarter, we're going to be bumping up against 5.5%. And some of you are just going, whoop, what? Let's talk about what that means to you. I'm going to use 5%. This is close to 5%. Let's talk about what that just happened. And why did I say we were going to be a 100K haircut for the buyers? Let's go over this. All right. So be the next chapter. Those of you that do not want to go any further than this, now's the time to stop the video. But you should watch it, because the 100K haircut is super important, especially if you or somebody you know is looking at buying a home, or going to look at buying a home, or if you are looking at an investment property. Buyers just lost 100K. I'm going to deal with a basis of $500,000 mortgage balance. Okay? Just picked a random number. It was halfway between 0 and $1 million. 500,000 seemed like a good number to work with. Easy. December 2021, 3.11%. That payment, $2,138. Yes. February 2022, we bumped to 4.16%. Payment, $2,433. That means you just lost $300 a month as far as you had to pay extra. That's sad. But wait, it gets better. March 2022, 4.5%. $2,533. That's $400 change. Now, let's go to 5%. April. I mean, we're already there. We're at the end of March. Let's call it April. It's April 1. My buddy Justin's birthday. Joke's on him. Joke's on everybody else on April 1. April Fool's Day. Maybe some people, maybe We should change the location. Might find people out in the parking lot. April 1, 2022, if it goes to 5%, your payment is going to be $2,685. That's $547. Now you said, George, you just lost $100,000. How in the world did I lose $100,000? Because $100,000 at 5%, every $100,000 costs $536.82 on a 30-year mortgage. Cost per $100,000. So for those of you that qualify, and if you qualified at, $4,000 a month, because of the interest rate, it's math, right? If you're at $4,000 a month and you could afford X number of dollars for a home, and it goes up, your payment for that same amount goes up $536. If you can't overcome that, you just lost $100K. Simple enough, okay? So understand, for those folks that are saying, oh, I'm going to wait because values are going to come down. I don't see values coming down. Even Mr. Yoon at NAR says, you can't buy what's not for sale. Look, we had 4,000 homes today. We should have 14,000 homes, okay? We have such a horrifically low inventory level. Heck, from 2 years ago, we're down 42% of where we were inventory-wise just a couple of years ago, okay? We have drawn down that inventory to, oh my gosh, we're at like 7 to 11 days of inventory available. We should have 4 to 6 months of inventory. Yes, we're going to see some appreciation. Yes, we're going to see a slow down because of inventory and rates going up. But are there enough homes to say, oh my gosh, our market's going to go down? No, we're not. We're going to see a slowdown of the market, but we have already seen that. That's not new, and you guys all know that. It was funny. I was reading on some of the news reports, they're saying, oh my gosh, the last 4 months, sales have been slowing down. Yeah, because there's no inventory. Holy smokes. We've been drawing down our inventory. You can't buy what's not for sale. Hello? Until we increase that inventory, we're going to be circling with the tidy bowl man as far as sales numbers. It is impressive still, the fact that even though we had new on market 398, look, we had 1,647 homes go off. For the math geniuses here, that's 300 homes. Yeah, shy of that, 250, okay? Yeah, maybe I'm a math genius. Anyway, understand, we took more off in the last 7 days than it came on. We're still driving inventory downward. We're still pulling it off. Why? Because buyers are super smart. They're looking at this and they're saying, dude, this guy's correct. We got to get out there. We got to be aggressive. We got to be more aggressive today to capture that interest rate at a lower rate. You're absolutely right. But for those buyers that are out there right now, hello, bonk, 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 pay attention to this. If you got an approval 30 days ago and your mindset is 30 days ago, you got to change your mindset. You just lost money. You need to change the price point or how aggressive you're going to be on that home. Be careful. Make sure that you're paying attention to this, all right? Now, rising mortgage rates could eventually be good for the housing industry because it will help to balance it out. It'll slow it down, give us a little more inventory, okay? Our prices aren't going to go down, not until we get at least closer to a balanced market. But it will help to slow down. It'll pace it so it's not as aggressive. I mean, holy smokes. Did you guys know that the home prices were going up 6 times faster than the income increases that we have seen? That's nationwide. That's super crazy, right? I mean, stupid crazy. Oh, by the way, you guys saw it, student loans. If you're on a student loan and you're, and they stopped payments, by the way, that starts May of this year, May 1 of this year, unless they continue the program, which I don't expect, you will start making your student loan payments again. So make sure that you guys are are aware of that, okay? All right, so mortgage applications, which they've been watching, we're down another 2%. They're down 12% year over year on new money purchase applications. Well, that's no surprise. We have a nationwide issue with housing inventory, and people are getting frustrated. So numbers being down, homes to be purchased availability is low. Look, make sure that you guys are just super smart. Make sure that you watch. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I make sure that they post this. There's a video. Yes, it's a little bit older. Yes, it's sad. You're going to see our much better rates from August. But watch 5 questions you need to ask when getting quoted mortgage rates. I cannot tell you how freaking super important that is today. Okay? Because with rates going up, you're going to see, I saw some pretty funny things. Par pricing today, basically just shy of 5%, 4.99%. You might be saying, hey, George, I saw somebody advertising for 4.25 today. Well, so did I. But did you also know that that was with 76% loan to value? That's a little bit more than, basically 25% down, if you want to call it that. You had a maximum loan balance of $600,000, okay? You had to have a credit score above 740. How many buyers fit into that? Oh, by that, that's new money, okay? And King County only. Hey, sure they exist. That's called marketing. But holy smokes, if you don't fit inside that very tight box, you don't qualify. And then all of a sudden, now you have the real rate. Oh, and there was a buy down, by the way. I think it was 1%? I think it was a 1% buy down, maybe 1.5%, I can't remember. Anyway, but there was a buy down. So it was going to cost you money. It's going to cost you $6,000, $8,000 to buy that down at a minimum to get that rate because there was a buy down. So make sure you're paying attention to that. Watch that video. Super important, especially if you're right on the edge of certain price points. Make sure you're getting quoted correctly. All right. Now, if you want to know what's going to happen and why we feel this is the mortgage rates increasing are going to help the market, hey, it will help slow things down. It'll not go down, but slow down. And yes, between now and when we start to see part of that slowdown, it is going to be like being in the ring with Mike Tyson, getting that old boom, boom, 1-2, because it's coming. And understand, when I say the 1-2, meaning interest rates going up and home prices are still going up. That's the 1-2. Make sure you're being super smart. In the meantime, if you have questions, pose them to me. Yes, even if you disagree with me, it's all right. We have great conversations. I love to hear alternative opinions. For the 25 that unsubscribed, hopefully you'll resubscribe. And after I send you that funny little gift. And I hope truly you find that funny because I did. Anyway, you guys have a beautiful day and I will talk to you next week. Have a great one. See you on the next video.